I noticed one of you guys talking about extra special talents. Who is it that can do the Chewbacca Star Wars? Is that you, JC?
That would be me, yes.
You're so talented. Can we have a fix of your Chewbacca impression right now?
Sure. It's a little something like this. Mind you, we're in a restaurant right now. We're in a public place.
Channel. I am joined tonight, very excitingly, once again rejoined I should say, by the rock and rollers in LA known as Radio Ritual. Hello.
Hey there.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Of course, Burton, I've been joined by you once before, of course, last year, so it's so nice to have you back.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I think we talked about, I think the last time we did was for our latest video, right? Dancing Dead,
Sure.
we talk about.
Sure.
And you talk with me and Mac also. Now we have our frontman here, JC, doing an interview with us.
Of course. So I want to introduce for the first time right here on my YouTube channel, Mr. JC, of course, frontman, singer, and I would say part-time dancer as well. Hiya.
Oh, thank you very much. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, you too. It's so nice to have you guys together and on screen with me. And I, of course, JC, I gave you the part-time dancer title. I mean, you could be a dancer for all I know. We could talk about that. But of course, you did dancing in the latest music video for Dancing Dead. So how was that?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk us through it? Your moves?
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, what can I say? You know, it's like I'm a singer for a band. I'm a musician. I mean, I know it's rock and roll, but you gotta dance. You know, it's like one thing that is hard about playing live music is like people. I don't know. What do you think? It's like people sometimes don't know if they should dance or like they should like stand still or like what the. Can I cuss on this show, by the way?
Sure you can. Of course you can.
Okay, good. But yeah, I mean, like, I love to dance. Like, whenever I go to a show, it's like, I'd rather be dancing in the back of the club than like, I don't know, just standing like a sardine in the front of the crowd, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've taken dance classes before. I've been a performer my entire life, so it's kind of like my thing. So I love to do it, and I love to do it for you.
Do you want to show us some of your moves? Please do. Have some special moves. Love that. Cool. I mean, for you, Burton, have you got any extra special talents aside from music that we don't know about, maybe?
Not really. Music is pretty much 24/7 for me. Yeah, playing guitar, you know, that's it.
He can do one-fingered push-ups.
Oh, okay. I'd like to see that. We'll see.
He's got like one really big pec, and the other one's very small.
Well, I will say as well, like on a separate note, since we're already in the weird part of this interview. That's like so funny. We've been on camera for like 2 minutes. Here we go. But I noticed one of you guys talking about extra special talents. Who is it that can do the Chewbacca Star Wars? Is that you, JC?
That would be me, yes.
You're so talented. Can we have a fix of your Chewbacca impression right now?
Sure. It's a little something like this. Mind you, We're in a restaurant right now. We're in a public place.
I love that. I love that. Whereabouts are you guys? I mean, obviously, are you in LA still right now?
No, so Bert came out this morning. We're having like a writing session today, and we were going to do this interview. At the beginning of the pandemic, me and my lady, who is English, by the way,
Nice.
We moved out to the high desert. So we're about an hour and a half north of Los Angeles in the high desert of Southern California.
Wow. Okay. So you guys are really spread out then at the moment, aren't you? I mean, last time I spoke to you, Burton, when Mac joined me on camera, he was where was he? He's in Texas, wasn't he? Back home with his family.
He was in Texas at the moment with his family, but he lives in Hollywood. And I was at my home, which is in the valley here. So yeah, we're kind of spread out.
Of Dancing Dead. Of course, it is your latest music video, your most recent new single. So how have you guys been since it's been released? You know, what's been the vibe around the Radio Ritual camp?
I would say it was pretty good. We get a lot of reactions on the video, also on YouTube, you know, and Instagram and stuff like that. It's been great for us because a lot of people like the video and the concept that hear JC work his ways on it. What else? You know, we are doing right now. We're doing some shows right now. So I think it was the perfect time to release a nice video. Get out of the home, you know, home lock or whatever, you know, quarantine thing that we were doing. And became great for us. You know, we were starting to, as I said, to do some shows. You know,
small shows, very small shows.
I was gonna say, like, what level of live music can you guys play right now?
Well, we the level is loud. That's the level. It's at a good 11 on the amp scale. So because we're rehearsing at the Gibson showroom, and so we're obviously trying to keep things safe, but you know, trying to get our friends out of the house and things like that. So really, we're playing really small, intimate shows, just like 10 or less people. Everyone's wearing a mask, except for us when we get up and perform.
Yeah.
It's been good because, you know, when this band is fairly young, we're almost like 2 years old, and we were writing that whole first year, and then we were supposed to have our second show right like the weekend COVID hit. So it's been really good for us lately to be able to play and to, you know, really get our chops to the test, because, you know, it's like it's not the same when you're trying to rehearse just as a band. It's not the same when people are there. There's a different level of comfortableness that you have to like get used to, you know.
Yeah, no, sure. But I think it's great that you guys are able to perform. I know that right here in the UK, everyone's missing live music. So it's super cool that you guys get to be able to, you know, promote your music. And, you know, as musicians, I'm sure you've missed it. So, you know, for you though, when you actually finally get to do a gig the way that we've known the normal before COVID, what do you think is going to go through your heads again, having a huge audience, you know, in front of you, someone that you can, you know, a crowd that you can control? Is it going to be bizarre? What's going to go through your heads?
It'd be weird, right?
It's really going to be weird. We've been like playing for us a lot, you know, and some friends, but we're hoping to play for more people soon. I think it's going to be a weird feeling I think it's going to settle in like in the second song.
The thing is, like, I think it's going to be weird for everybody, because it's like people are going to be like, oh my God, we're in like a club, we're in a show, like what the fuck is going on? And we're kind of gonna be thinking the same thing. So in that aspect, it'll be nice because we'll all be doing it together, and slowly but surely I think things will start to get normal, and you know, like Bert said, probably by the third song everybody will get comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, people start shuffling a little bit closer to each other maybe by the third song, if we can.
The key is you got to dance first. You dance first, and then everybody's going to start dancing.
I think it's going to have to be one that you jump down and you're going to have to give them some of your moves from the Dancing Dead music video or something, you know, get them moving.
Absolutely.
Yes. The Gibson showroom news in a second. It's very, very exciting. But just going back to your music video, of course, for Dancing Dead, I noticed, of course, I've watched it a few times and I loved the video, by the way. I loved the vibe. I thought it was so much fun to watch, entertaining. I thought that it had great, like, dark, mysterious vibes to it as well. You know, I thought it was brilliant. You covered lots of different wider scopes for that video, I thought. But at the end, of course, it says to be continued. So I was like, what are we continuing? Can we talk about this? Is it a continuation maybe of the track or the theme? What's going on?
I mean, we'll see. I think the trucks and the cars were on their way to the Thunderdome, and hopefully Tina Turner will be there when we show up.
Right.
But you know, you never know. To be continued.
I love that. Well, I guess obviously it's a great time for any band to release music, and you know, I'm sure that, you know, after all of your hard work to finally get your music out there is so cool, and you've got a lot of tracks out, of course, during COVID, so like that's a great thing for Radio Ritual, so you're still able to create and stuff. But like, I guess for you guys, what does music either mean to you as a band or maybe as individual musicians? When you think about music, what does it mean to you?
For me, music is pretty much what I like to do all day, and it's like my safe space, I would say. Like, I feel comfortable. I don't think like you know, I'm running out of time, or you know, I need to dedicate just one specific time frame where I'm on the time I can do it all day.
Yeah.
For the in the band, it's like, it's a great feeling, because for me it feels like I'm part of something that's just bigger than whatever's on my mind creating music. You know, just be able to have this kind of relationship with a group of individuals and work together and sound together. You know, it's a nice feeling. It also it makes you feel like, you know, you can trust each other while you're playing, and that's probably the best feeling when you're playing live. You know, when you're trusting whoever's playing with you, that, you know, they got their stuff and they got the shit together, and it's gonna sound nice, basically. So yeah, that's for me. Being in a band, it's like, you know, being something bigger than just yourself. You know.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Is it my turn?
Yes. And then we'll summarize.
Yeah, I'll be fast. I don't know, but like, music is like so many different things to me, right? It's like, before I was a musician, I was like, you know, I was a listener, and I'll always be a fan of music. You know, it's like when we play music, it's like I'm still a fan of music. You know, it's like I'm like, it's the same. I don't know, like, playing music is the same as listening to music to me. It's like paying homage to like this thing that you love so much, you know, and it's like this world that you can express yourself and you can be free in.
Let's talk a little bit about the Gibson showroom, because I'm very, very excited for you guys, and I can't wait to know more about this. 16th of April, what is going on for you guys in LA?
Well, we been rehearsing this the last couple of months at the Gibson showroom, and we were figuring out a way to show you know, our live performances to our followers or subscribers and listeners as well. We know there's been a year where we put out like 4 singles, a lot of videos too, and we've been doing interviews to get the band known, but we really want to show our performances. I think it's the most fun part of this band. And unfortunately, right now, we can do it for a lot of people because there's neither shows or, you know, some restrictions as well. So we thought, why don't we bring the show to everyone's home at their phone, at their phone, a computer, whatever they want to look at it. We got a really nice team working for us. We got a lighting crew, we got a sound crew, we got cameras, and we did a live show.
Just like the real thing.
Yep.
Dream live stream.
Yeah, for someone like me, I can tune in, enjoy it from here. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of where I'm from, Barnsley, South Yorkshire, here in England. But it's so weird. Yeah. It's so weird to think that you guys are over there and I'm here, and I can see you properly in that setting. It's so cool, technology.
I mean, that's like the one beautiful thing, right? Is like all these live streams that are going on. It's like anyone from anywhere can tune in, and even though it sucks not having people in front of you, at least you'll be in England listening to us, and other people will be in South America listening to us, and that's pretty fucking cool.
There's millions of instruments available right there. There's top-notch gear too, so we might as well use it. Bring some cameras and record everything at the same time. Videos and audio too.
Every musician, every guitar player's dream, really.
Yeah. My dad is a huge Gibson SG fan. He'd love that.
I love the SG.
Yeah, I mean, I know, obviously, talking about
Devil
guitars.
Horns.
Yeah.
Devil Horns.
Bit of DC. Basically, I know for you, obviously, Burton, you play Gibson guitars. I know Mac does too. So for you, I know, and also I will say this, Burton, hope I don't embarrass you, but I know you're a bit of a cheeky merch lover as well of Gibson. I've seen a couple of videos of you.
For sure, all the time.
Yeah.
Back from where I'm from Argentina, the first guy I saw playing guitar was Slash, and that's pretty much a Gibson Les Paul, and then from there, it's pretty much everybody used one. So, it's... I
love Slash, by the way. We've got so many similarities going on here. I've got a Slash tattoo here on my waist. Yep, love Slash.
You do?
But anyways, I do.
Well, does it say Slash, or is it a picture of him?
It's Skull and Bones with the top hat, and it says Slash in his signature.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Was that an autograph?
No.
You wish.
I wish.
I wish.
Yeah, everybody wishes. We all wish. I got a huge photo. I'm going off on one. I love Slash. But I've got a huge photo of him in my boyfriend and I. We've got we call it the Wall of Fame. We've got so many artists and musicians that we love, icons up on the wall, and Slash, of course, is up there.
We got a real size Slash picture at the showroom.
Yeah, those giant cutouts.
Yes, yeah.
There's a giant one of Slash at the showroom, and I swear to God, whenever we're rehearsing, it's like Slash just appears, and it's like there's a ghost in the room, but it ends up just being Slash.
Yeah, just Slash.
So we need to be prepared for a moment.
Well, of course,
Slash is haunting us.
Yeah, Slash is haunting you. I was curious, actually, from a band that are out there in LA, kind of doing it like Radio Ritual are. How different, what are the major changes, do you think, between right now in the LA music scene, maybe compared to the thriving scene of the 80s in LA? Do you think there are any major differences? What are they?
It's incomparable. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, the Sunset Strip used to practically be cut off. Like, there used to be hundreds, if not thousands, of people in the streets going from club to club to club. Yeah. And it's not like that at all anymore. And I absolutely wish it was, but unfortunately, it's like the powers that be, maybe, I don't know, like, music, rock isn't in the forefront, which is fine. But I don't know. I don't know why. It's not that I don't know why it's changed, but I mean, that was like 30 years ago, and like hair metal bands were doing their thing, and I don't know, things are just different, I guess.
Then grunge came in.
Oh yeah, and then grunge came in and kind of like put all that stuff.
Blew in.
Yeah.
Put all that, put kind of like snuffed that stuff out a little bit, but the thing is like, I love all that kind of music. Like, I love, hair metal bands, I love grunge bands, I love hip hop, I love
Yeah.
pop, I love all that stuff. And I just wish that, I don't know, I wish people like still valued that the Sunset Strip in that way, where it was like this awesome collaborative of music, or that it was still this like big place to go see live shows and to, you know, just see different things and just find what you want and or just, you know, be open to listening to new things. But slowly but surely all the clubs went away. Like the Key Club is gone, and you know, the whiskey isn't quite what it used to be. All those places. The Viper Room is still there. Tommy Black, what's up, mofo? And so yeah, I'm rambling. I'm sorry.
No, I love that. Listen, it sounds like you're passionate about it. That's important. No, it is such a shame. I mean, anywhere, if a music venue closes down or, you know, isn't what it used to be, that's kind of gutting. And I think, you know, for you guys, like, if you know, you had to compare, I don't know, like LA right now, you know, to what it used to be, you're saying, of course, it's different, but like, what's positive about the LA music scene, if anything, right now, do you think? You know, is it fun to be a part of? Is there a lot still going on? You know, I know rock's not at the forefront at the minute, but yeah, how are things out there as a musician?
I mean, there's a good community of just like musicians and in general, like there really is, you know, it's like at the Whiskey and at the Viper Room, they have these really great jams. So like everybody kind of like shows up and plays cover songs like of all different kinds, you know, rock, pop, even like hip hop, all different kinds of things. And it's great. And everyone kind of like shows up and does what they do the best they can. And that's how kind of like this band formed. Like, he was going to the Viper Room and I was going to the Viper Room. But even though we didn't know each other, I was playing in a different project with a drummer who knew him and the bass player, Casey, at the time. And so, yeah, that's the positive thing, is that like, you know, there's a good community of musicians in LA, but I will say this, because of the state of like where music is at, I think more people are involved in being like solitary players, like, oh, I'll play for this band and just get paid to do it, than wanting to be in a collaborative and kind of like everybody chipping in to make this thing work. Like, we are, right? Like we're a band, like we all chip in to do stuff. Everyone writes. No one is really like the leader, right? And we're trying to like make, in a sense, make something out of nothing. But what I mean by that is like make something out of what we all can bring to the table and try to make something new, right? Like a flower.
It's cool to know.
I mean, like one funny thing is like when we played the show the other night, right? One of my biggest influences, and I think you guys talked about this last time, for me is like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, right? And I have been known to play in this Red Hot Chili Peppers tribute. And so this girl that was at the show last time, a friend of Max, was like, man, you really like remind me of Anthony Kiedis. And I thought that was pretty funny. You know, and I've been like pretending and doing his moves since I was like 12 years old. But I was like, yeah, you know, I play in this tribute band every now and then. And she's like, you know, and she's a player too. She's a great guitar player. And
awesome.
And she's like, oh, tribute band. Yeah, like that's where the money is, you know? And I'm like, man, is that like how people view this thing? Like, you know, it seems like everybody in LA is in a tribute band, and you know, and that's kind of like what you got to do now and then to make ends meet. And it's just really hard, you know, like even like coming down to it, it's just like it's really expensive and hard to live in LA. You know, it's like you got to be doing so many things to, you know, just to like pay your rent and to pay your bills. And like, you know, and back in the 80s, like it used to be like 10 dudes living in a 1-bedroom apartment, you know?
I know. All you gotta do
And,
is
like,
watch
in a lot
Motley
of ways,
Crue, The Dirt.
Right, exactly. In a lot of ways, I wish it was still like that. And
Yeah.
I feel like if the community was like down to do it, I would totally be down to do it. But like, you know, I've been in LA for 10 years and I can't even tell you how many fucking bands I've tried to start, different people, and then just people just like, you know, whatever happens, and it like has never worked out. And I'm super happy and glad that Burton and I and Mac and Tinu and Baldo found each other, because it seems like we're all invested in, like, our heads are in this place of like, kind of like, in a sense, how it used to be, right? Where like things were more of a collective and a collaborative, and like we're all figuring it out day by day, and meaning like how to make it work as a band, our sound as a band, and both of those things keep changing because we're all different people and we're all musicians with different influences. And I'm rambling again.
No, listen, like I said, I love hearing these stories, and I'm sure it's the same for you as well, Burton, isn't it? Because, you know, like, you've been in LA for, how long have you been in LA, Burton?
I got here in 2017. I was touring with a band from Argentina. Yeah. And that band split, and I started doing the jams 2018. You know, I was an artist without any band. I always wanted to be in bands. That's my thing. I'm a band guy. But pretty much what he was selling, I saw it too. I noticed it too. So I never went to, you know, whatever, another project or anything. I just decided, like, you know, probably going to start something and it feels right to me. And it's something that, you know, I can, you know, keep developing. In the meantime, more people are going to be, you know, joining the team and investing their time. And, you know, that's pretty much how it came to be. Yeah. So, but saying the same things that he was saying, sessions, jams and stuff like that, you know, getting together with people, starting something, maybe, you know, stops out of nowhere for no reason. So I wanted to avoid all that stuff. I really wanted to have something that, you know, could stand the test of time. And luckily we found him, and we found the other guys in the band. We found Baldo, Tino, and Mac that probably gonna watch this. So we love you guys. Thank you for joining us.
Hi guys. Well, I think on that note, we can end with like quite a happy note, you know, because I know obviously last time, Burton, me, you and Mac, we talked about how you guys all kind of got together, which I think is awesome because you're all from like all over the place, and then so cool that you all ended up together. It's like meant to be. But, you know, what does it mean to you guys to be in Radio Ritual? What's your favorite part about being in the band with each other? And
man, my favorite thing about being in the band is really kind of exactly what we've been talking about, that like the being in the band part and making it work is a really hard thing to do. It's a really hard thing to do. There's all types of egos and personalities, but the thing is like everyone's been doing this long enough to, whoa, the phone's falling. Everyone's been doing this long enough to know that that's a thing that happens, and that's this like toxicity that you got to like work through, and you got to like squash it every time it comes about. And doing that with 4 other guys, 4 other people, and making it work, and finding yourselves within each other, finding the music within each other. It's a really, really kind of special thing, you know, because it's super easy to make your own music. Everyone's doing it. Everyone's a solo fucking artist nowadays. It's a really hard thing to be in a band. And once you get in a groove, it's the most gratifying thing, period. And you're all kind of like carrying each other. And I don't know, maybe I have this kind of like bigger picture thing when it comes to the band, you know, this kind of community collaborative, you know, like I'm kind of a hippie, and so that's kind of like where my head's at. But that's what I love most about being in the band.
What about for you, Burton?
For me, it's basically, I think the favorite thing is performing live with these guys. Have a lot of fun. especially with him. I have a lot of fun. It's really fun to watch when I'm playing, and sometimes it's very distracting, but you know, I try to keep up.
Because I'm too good of a dancer.
That's their moves from the beginning.
Right. But yeah, I would say you know, being able to create a force and you know, just between all of us and have this force come up every time we play live, you know, and when you start like feeling you're getting into the group with everyone and everybody's like communicating with each other while they're playing, but nobody's looking, you know, at each other. We're just playing our instruments and feeling it. I think that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Total eclipse of the heart.
It's all meant to be. I love that, guys. Now we look like Chewbacca, especially with the yeah. Well, listen, guys, thank you so much for chatting to me. It's been a pleasure catching up with you, and of course to meet you as well, Juan. And I feel really cool because I feel like I'm in this diner with you guys. Whereabouts are you again? What's this diner called?
So we are in a town called Pear Blossom, California, and it is called Malcolm's Steakhouse. And everybody should come here. It's delicious.
Yeah, hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much for chatting to me. It's been a pleasure, as always.
Love you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.